Hi, you all. This is Johanna here on AU Matter YouTube. And tonight, or today, or whatever time you're finding this video, okay, I want to discuss briefly self worth and how that has to be an inner thing. You cannot let someone else tell you what your self worth is or how it's measured. And please follow me through on this because I'm going to get at some really some controversial things here. I want to talk about self worth, but I want to talk about it from the aspect of other people telling you what your self worth is measured by. You have women that will tell you that your self worth is measured by the man that you choose, how much that man is helping you or not helping you, what he's willing to do or not willing to do, how easy your life is or how easy it isn't. And that's what women are looking at and they're saying this is how you measure your self worth, what a man is willing to do for you. But at the same on the same coin, you have men saying your self worth is measured by what you will do or what you won't do, how many men you slept with, how many children you have, how many baby daddies you have, uh, this, how much you weigh. You have people telling you that this is what your self worth is measured by, and then you have these two different. You have the same coin, but two different sides. Where people are telling you your self worth is this, your self worth is measured by this. They're not telling you it is this, but they're saying, well, you have a high self worth if your weight is this, if your man does that, if you haven't slept with this many guys or that many guys, this is what your self worth is. And ultimately, your self worth is what you decide it is, and it's also measured by what you decide to measure it by. In saying that, I was kind of delighted today to hear this. I was listening to a guru or what have you. I don't know what you would call it. And they was talking about how Rihanna, they spoke about. They said, someone asked the question: Is ASAP Rocky, is he a reflection of what Rihanna think her self worth is? Because obviously Rihanna she's a billionaire and she's married to this B C BC level rapper who's likely not really, having a career, doesn't really have a career. I mean, I can't tell you what I'm not really into rap like that, but I can still tell you some rap songs. I can't tell you nothing that he raps. So I'm pretty sure he is at best a, B list rapper. He's not worth very much in comparison to Rihanna. But Rihanna has a baby with him. He is the father of her child, and they may be married or they may not be married, but they're definitely living together as a family. And it was interesting that this person was like, well, Rihanna is a different case because she's a woman with a lot of money, and first of all, her finding her equal is, probably laughable because there's other things that's going to come with her finding her equal. She's probably not going to have the same doting type of man if she tries to go out and find other millionaires to marry. Likewise, does that diminish Rihanna's self worth? That she is not with a man who people consider her equal. And I thought this was a very interesting topic when we're talking about self worth because a lot of women, we may find that we are attracted to or find some type of affinity to a man who does not necessarily meet the standards of what people would say is a reflection of our self worth. And what do? You know, do you choose yourself? Do you choose yourself but hedge your bet? So what does that mean? That could be a little controversial. It's like, okay, in Rihanna's case, like publicly, we don't know if she's married to ASAP Rocky, but it would probably be not a good idea to marry him. It would probably be not a good idea for her to legally marry him. Now, I will spiritually marry you, but not legally. Okay. Uh. Likewise, for a woman, it may not be beneficial for you to legally marry a man who is not your equal in terms of finances, education, uh, mindset and things like that. But maybe you do have fun with this person. Maybe there's things that you enjoy with this person. Maybe you enjoy kind of stepping out of your comfort zone a little bit. Maybe, up to a certain extent, you have control over the situation and it's working out for you the way you need it to work out. Um, what do you do in those situations? Because I see a lot of women, they're opting to be single, and it's it's not because they don't have options. It's because they don't have the options that they want, or they cannot get the situation that they want. But does that mean that you have to be without any situation? Um, I don't think so. I don't think so. And I don't like the thought process of the all or none. I think it is important to protect yourself. It is important to make sure that you're definitely entering into at least partnerships with people who have as much to lose as you do, because obviously that is going to be a determining factor. But yeah, I don't think you should be allowing other people to tell you what your self-worth is or how to measure your self-worth. I think that is key. And that's the point that I'm trying to drive home here. Your self-worth is a measure of whatever you decide it is. It's not what people decide. It's not what it looks like. It's what you decide in yourself. If to you, honoring yourself is being with somebody that's doting on you, that people say, oh, he worships the ground she walk on, but this man may not be able to buy you the Ferrari. He may not be able to pay all the bills, but he's, your number one fan, and you feel like a freaking supermodel in his presence, and hey, go with it. Go with it. Make that you know, your measure. Anyway, that's what I had to say on this. My point, I guess, is in a nutshell, is let your self worth be measured by what you decide to measure it by. Don't let someone else tell you what your self worth is measured by. Just like we don't let other people tell us what our self worth is, what we're worth, whether you're worth a slice of pizza or not. Don't let someone else tell you what to measure that self worth by. With that being said, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.